Hey, what is going on? Today we are doing a follow-up video on Ryan Grantham. If you hadn't seen the other video, that should be there. So go do that. You'll get all caught up. Well, Ryan Grantham receives life sentence for killing his mother. But you got to keep in mind that in Canada, a life sentence is 25 years, which if you see here, pleading guilty earlier this year to second-degree murder, which carries an automatic sentence of life in prison. You see really the good chunk of important information is here though. Grantham's sentencing hearing Wednesday was largely to determine when he could apply for parole. Prosecutors asked for the waiting period of 17 to 18 years, while Grantham's defense requested one of only 12 years. The judge, Kathleen Kerr, decided that Grantham must serve 14 years before being eligible for parole. And honestly, that basically means that he'll probably be out in 14 to 15 years. I'm not sure if good behavior can cut out those years. Oh, true. So I actually looked it up quick. What we're looking for is right here. Parole for murder convictions, second-degree murder. Those who are convicted of second-degree murder will be eligible for parole after serving a minimum of 10 years. Judges have the discretion, however, to increase this amount, not exceeding 25 years. So that's what I mean by I say life in prison is Canada is 25 years because it can't go past that. Sentences of parole and eligibility of more than 20 years are extremely rare for second-degree murder convictions. In fact, ranges from 10 to 14 years are quite common in Canada. And that's what he got, 14 years. Important thing to note, their freedoms and mobilities, however, will be limited for the rest of their lives. They may be banned from living in certain places or areas, or from communications with specific people. If they violate these terms, their parole can be retracted, forcing them to go back to prison. I actually didn't know any of that. So, well, I did in high school, but I don't remember that now. So now we're learning again. So basically, 14 years mean we're eligible for parole. Now, taking a quick look at these other articles, there's just one thing I gotta point out, and it's this line here, which I guess I have to give context to. Per the outlet, Justice Kathleen Kerr said, gripping statements from the victim's loved ones, such as Grantham's sister, showed the life-shattering impact of the tragedy. She added that the actor's saving grace was that he was aware enough of what he did and didn't go on a spree. Saving grace. Let's look on this article. In her reasons, Kerr called it a saving grace that Grantham had enough attachment to reality and psychological comprehension to elect not to go on a shooting rampage. That was an interesting way to put it. The judge said that it was a saving grace that Grantham chose to turn himself in and not commit a mass murder. That's probably one of the simplest ways that I've seen it put. And I bet you, if I go on, we'll do it live. If I go on and pick a random article, it'll have that saving grace line in there. Watch. Okay. You can see going over here. All these articles that I haven't clicked that I have clicked. IndieWire. IndieWire, do you use the line? Oh, there it is. Oh my God, there it is. Canada's news outlet CBC reported Justin Kerr said Grantham's saving grace was that he was aware of the murder he committed and that he didn't go on a killing spree. That one was a lot longer way to say it. It's bad that I'm excited, but also I just feel like a teacher calling y'all in for copying each other. Plagiarism. And it takes them all so long to just get to the point. He got 14 years, no parole until then. And you can go into some more details after that. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. And I know I kind of got sidetracked with how the actual justice system worked and stuff like that. But we all learned something today. And that guy's saving grace was not to commit mass murder. If you enjoyed, stop by the channel, Just Jacob. We're growing and showing. We got some Breaking Bad TikToks with some game reviews, as well as some movie reviews, and a little news every now and then. Till then, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Cheers.